Good morning, mouses. It's very early. I've had about 4.5 hours sleep, so it's time to get lots and lots and lots of tea. Now here we are in the office again. You may recognise this from most of my videos where I have the nerd wall behind me. I'm going to be writing in here most of the morning and possibly some of the afternoon as well. I like to do a load of articles on the morning and then try and get some blog posts done in the afternoon, but of course it doesn't always go to plan, so sometimes I end up writing in the afternoon as well, and then I just don't have time for blog posts, which is unfortunate. The plan today is get the articles done and then get some comics drawn, because unfortunately I have no book for all my comics at the moment, so if I don't update today, I miss today, and that's no good for anyone. So we'll hopefully get everything done. I've been going for about an hour now. I've got a quarter of the way through the first part of what I need to do today with the writing. There is a dog down the street that has been barking constantly since 8 o'clock this morning, going bop, 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 bop. I don't know if you can hear it or not. It is driving me mad. I think I'm going to have to stop for the moment and have another cup of tea because I am getting exhausted already. Well, a lot of my work's done, so I'm going to pop out to the shops to get a few little bits. Got my own little bag, which is very useful. Sits in my bag, and most of the time when I go to the shop I remember to take it with me, which is always great because then I don't have to use up all of the world's natural resources on carrier bags. So let's head off. Hello Jennifer, how are you doing?
I'm alright, especially as Zoe's brought back chips.
Chips are always good, definitely good. Recommend it. I wouldn't say 1 part of your 5 a day because it probably counts as -1, but never mind.
No. See, chips is the British contribution to culinary delights the world over. The rest of our cuisine may be, well, not quite as good as, say, the fanciest of Italian cooking, but we bring chips to the party.
Okay, it's lunchtime, so I'm going to make egg foo yoke. Let's have a look at the ingredients. I'm using a small onion today because I don't want to make too much. Frozen vegetables, because it's quick, I'm going to heat them up by pouring on some boiling water to defrost them and then heat them in the microwave. And, of course, a load of eggs. 4 or 5 is generally good for one person's portion. That'll make an entire meal. Okay, while Jen's watching the news in the other room, I'm going to chop this onion. All you need to do is chop it quite finely, so let's do that now. Now we're going to defrost the frozen vegetables, just pouring hot water over them. It very quickly all goes back into vegetable goodness. Just put them in there for 2 minutes. And now we're going to heat the wok because we need that. We'll get a good heat on the wok before we start putting any oil into that. Extra virgin olive oil. Let that warm up a little bit first. We'll swirl it around the wok. Coat the wok in the oil basically, so that we've got a good flow over that. Now we're starting to get a bit of steam off the oil, so it's cooking up nicely. Let's grab the onion rings. Oh, I love that sound. Keep them moving around, not have them burn in one place. That'll take about a minute or 2, so in the meantime I'm going to whisk up some eggs. As I was saying earlier, about 4 or 5 eggs. Medium size, that'll do, and that'll make a decent meal. The vegetables are ready, so we're going to let them stand a little bit now that they're all cooked. So we've got 4 eggs here, I'm just going to use 4, and I'm going to mix them up fairly solidly. I'm not baking a cake or anything like that, I'm just basically making sure that everything's mixed in nicely. Now we're going to take the vegetables out of the microwave. And they'll need draining off now, so pour them into a sieve, straight into the wok. Getting very noisy in there now. We're going to let that fry a little bit, not for too long though, because we're not actually fried vegetables. And into this mix we're going to pour all the egg. You let that stand a little bit to let it congeal somewhat in the heat. Now we're going to mix them in. And notice that with the heat from underneath the pan, it starts to set quite quickly. We don't want it to just turn into a giant fried egg or an omelette or anything like that. I suppose we do want it. It's kind of an omelette. It's a scrambled omelette that we're making. So we're going to let that cook a little bit and then stir it up again. Now it takes 2 or 3 minutes to get to this point. It's starting to come together very nicely. We're going to let it cook for a little while. And once that's done, we're going to add some soy sauce. I'm using the wheat-free soya sauce that I got from Asda, and I'm doing that because it's got reduced salt, it's vegetarian, which is always good because I'm a vegetarian, but more importantly, it's wheat and gluten-free, which is useful for me because I have a wheat allergy and I don't really want to end up in hospital from having my lunch. The exact amount that you add is, of course, up to you. Stir it all in very nicely, just to give it that extra little bit of taste. There you have it. Dish ready to serve. It's getting on in the afternoon, still working on the articles. It's taking a lot longer than I thought it would today, so it looks like it's going to be another long day. Give me my hat back.
Why? You weren't wearing it.
I want my hat. You don't appreciate it on the same level that I do. Your hat, I have had, is good. Out of tiara. Oh. Well, the work is done, and I'm relieved. It's 6:30 actually, so I haven't done too badly in that respect. I thought I would take longer. So now we're going to head out to the Trafford Centre for a quick spot of shopping, and then once I get back, I can do some comics. So yay! We're here in the Trafford Centre just enjoying a nice coffee, which is always a good thing, I'm sure you'll agree. I'm needing more and more caffeine now because I've had 4 hours sleep last night, got up at 6 o'clock and I'm still here.
Let's have a look around. This lovely waterfall behind us.
There is, isn't there? A good thing that you're actually watching the water flowing down the wall.
And then the roof up above is quite impressive as well.
The entire place is inspired by Greco-Roman design, isn't it? A little bit of Egyptian in there for good measure. So it's like sitting in ancient Rome with modern things.
It's interesting actually. If you read Bringing Home the Stars, the inside of... No, it's not Bringing Home. It's the follow-up to Bringing Home the Stars, Twinkle Little Star. When you read it,
The ship, the Persia.
the Persia would look like this.
Which I think is quite ironic because you haven't gone for a Persian design in a ship called Persia.
I didn't really want to break people into it, but I make it up as I go along.
This is the part of the shopping centre that you really love, isn't it, Jen?
It's one of the bits, yeah. There's another bit through there which we'll look at in a moment.
That's just weird. You walk around a corner and there's a ship in the middle of the shopping centre. It's just amazing. It's weird to think that I've been to here several times. I never even knew this part was here.
It goes on over there. Oh, see, I love places like this.
Are those trees real?
No.
No, they can't be, can they? This makes no sense. So, what on earth is this for? Why is this here in the middle of a shopping centre? Shouldn't they be using it for shops?
Well, no, it's themed. It's to make the place interesting, something a little bit different, so that people will come here rather than just going to Manchester city centre or staying at home.
I suppose so.
The Northwest version of the Metro Centre or Blue Water Centre, somewhere like that. Yeah, it's...
Where's the Blue Water Centre?
Kent, I think.
Oh, right. Well, we're doing better than down south, and that's good.
Well, no, it's different. The ocean liner connection in this big room is actually to do with the Manchester Ship Canal Company.
Oh, right.
Trafford Park was the business park at the end of the Manchester Ship Canal.
Right, fair enough.
So if you look at the fake flag on the front of that pretend tugboat, it's got MSCC on it, which is Manchester Ship Canal Company.
Right, fair enough. Okay.
Peel Holdings, who actually own and built this place. They're the people who own the Manchester Ship Canal Company. It's the same people.
Fair enough. And there you have it. That's my day. I hope yours has been good too. I'll see you tomorrow.